I'm Amanda from A New You Raw, and today we're going to make chocolate coconut balls. These are so awesome. It's a simple recipe that you can use for any occasion, from school stuff to holiday, anything like that. Everybody loves chocolate, so this is a good raw recipe that you're going to love. All right, so let's make it happen. We're going to make the chocolate coconut balls. So I'm going to talk about what we need, which is a food processor for this one. You don't want to use a blender because you want it a cookie type of consistency. So for our recipe, I soaked some dates. They don't need to soak very long, like you would normally soak dates for a couple of hours for a recipe. For this, you don't necessarily want them that soaked. I just did it for a few minutes prior to the recipe. Shredded coconut, which is going to give it that more of like a cookie type of consistency. So we're just going to start throwing stuff in. And then this is raw cacao. And it's a great source of magnesium, and it's chocolate, and everybody loves chocolate. Alright, so with the walnuts, the recipe is going to call for you to soak the walnuts for like 4 hours prior to the recipe. These walnuts in particular are soaked already. So what we do in our kitchen is we will buy the nuts in bulk, we will soak them, dehydrate them, so that whenever you're ready to do a recipe, they're ready to go instantly. So actually, we just kind of want to pulse those in. That's okay. All right, and then a little bit of maple syrup, some grade B maple syrup, just gives it that little extra sweet. Okay. You can use coconut oil or coconut butter. The coconut butter is just going to help them sit up a little bit when you put them in the refrigerator for later. And you're going to roll them into a ball so they'll set if it's with the coconut butter. It's just a little bit thicker than the oil. All right, and then there is vanilla extract. Just gives it that little bit of better flavor. You can do powder vanilla if you like. The liquid's just going to be a little easier. Okay. And then you want to definitely take the pits out of the dates. So you just set those aside, and our dates are ready. Just going to pull those pits out. All right, so now we're ready to blend. And we're just going to make sure that's nice and locked down. And I'm going to kind of pulse it at first just to get it down. So we don't want it this dry, but we're going to add just a little bit of the water that we used from the dates. Ooh. Spilling it, but that's what's fun about being in the kitchen. Get to make a mess. All right, and let's pulse it and let's do it again. So you're kind of getting that dough consistency, but you just kind of want to scrape the stuff off the sides. Just kind of push it around a little bit, just so it gets nice and mixed up, but you still want to keep it cookie-like. So let's give it another blend. So if it gets stuck, just take your little spatula and kind of push it around, because we want to keep the dough, so we don't want to get it too watery, but just a little bit. That's why it's always good to save the date water just in case you need it. And begin. All right, so now that you have the dough consistency, this is the perfect consistency for rolling it into a ball. So the next part is my favorite part, which is the taste test. So we get to see how the cookies taste. Excellent. So easy and simple. It's really good magnesium. All right, so now we're ready to roll them into balls. So earlier you had some shredded coconut that we added to the recipe, but you actually just want to save 1 cup out of the 2 cups out so that you can make the outer layer of the ball once you have it rolled. So the best way to do the rolling is to put coconut oil on your hands, because the chocolate will stick and the dough consistency will stick to your hands. So it'll be just a little bit easier for you to roll the ball with the coconut oil on your hands. So you're just going to grab out, you can use a spoon or you can make them as big or small as you want. So for this recipe, I think I'm actually going to make them big instead of small. But if you're taking them to an event and you want to take a lot of them, you just kind of make them a little smaller, like bite size. But I'm going to make these big. Okay, nice little ball. And so you're just going to take some of our little shredded coconut and you just spread it around and then you just roll the ball in it. And just kind of put it all over it. All right, and since how these are a great snack, you can also get creative and make different shapes if you wanted to. You can put them in the little cookie cutter things and make some different shapes, but for today we're just going to do beautiful little balls that are easy. It looks like snow! Have fun with it. That's what this is all about. Having so much fun. Making a mess. Alright, and then you can just add them to your dish. And you want to stick them in the refrigerator for a couple of hours before you actually serve them, just so the coconut butter that's in them can set. So they're not quite so soft, because they'll be really, really soft consistency in the middle. So you'll still want the cookie consistency, but leaving it in the refrigerator is going to give it just a better cookie base. All right, so that about wraps it up for the chocolate coconut balls. Once you pull them out of the fridge, they're ready to serve. So just give us a like and subscribe to our page. There'll be plenty of more recipes on the way. Have a good one.